Alongside head Haviland women's basketball coach Michael Madrid, I'm Mark and Sarah for Haviland Athletics after a 58-51 home win for Temuque. Get the season started. And coach, obviously everyone wants to start the season with a win. I know you guys started a little bit slow. What were the issues you guys needed to correct to get everything right after a slow start?
You know, it's crazy. COVID ends and you want fans in the stands and you want your parents and family in the stands. And who knew, our players are going to be that juiced to start the first quarter. But we had so much energy and they want to do so well that we just sort of got really out of sync offensively. I thought we weren't executing the way we're able to execute. I thought we were really sloppy with the basketball. I had entirely too many turnovers that were really unforced turnovers, not necessarily something they were doing to us. But at the end of the day, win's a win. They were able to kind of stick through it. We corrected some things at halftime and told them this isn't really X's and O's. This is more about us just sort of relaxing and playing the way we're capable of playing.
You guys were down by 12 at one point in the second quarter, put together a run, cut that to 4 before halftime. How much of a boost did that give you guys going into the locker room?
It was big. Anytime you can, cut down that lead and go into halftime with just a little bit of a deficit, that helps tremendously. But we finally started to put some possessions together offensively. Defensively, we weren't terrible, but it's amazing when you're not scoring how your defense becomes bad as well. And so I think because we weren't seeing the ball go in the basket, we weren't as efficient defensively as we normally are. And so, but again, they hung tough. We pulled together and were able to pull out a victory.
You guys outscored them 20-0 in the third quarter. When's the last time you had a team pitch a shutout in a quarter?
I don't know if that's ever happened anywhere that I've ever been. I may have been on the flip side of that at some point in time in my career. But, again, they locked down. They defended really, really well. And then offensively, we just executed. And again, Mark, it's amazing when the ball goes in how, you start feeling really good about yourself and things start going well.
Jade Schroeder had 15. We also had Mia Rivers, who had 14 points, had 5 assists. What did you think of the job that Mia did facilitating today?
Mia really kind of dug herself out of a hole in a sense. At halftime, I think she had 4 turnovers and maybe 1 assist. And so in the second half, she came out and did a little bit better job facilitating, getting us organized. And was able to find the basket herself. Jade's just a solid player. She's a little squirrely. She does some goofy things that you don't think is going to happen, but she's able to get some shots off. And when she gets her feet set, I always think it's going in when it leaves her hands. And she's just such a hard worker. So can't say enough about those two. And then we had some other players that just played really well. So collectively, it was a good effort. How
do you view this as a whole for game number 1?
It's like we told in the locker room, win's a win. We protected our home floor. That was one of the biggest things that we wanted to do. We were able to kind of maybe get out the jitters and all the excitement of our first game post-COVID with fans. So, again, we have a long way to go, but excited where we are and just looking forward to getting on a plane and going to Colorado next week.
Coach, congrats on the win. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate you.